Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in episode number 15 of House of War. Thanks for joining us. And as a matter of fact, thanks for being with us. Now, what you want to do is hit the like button, hit the share button, and please subscribe. We in the building. Hey, we getting right into it. We got a special guest, the one and only Indigo BJ.
Y'all know what's going on. Indigo BJ. Look forward to kicking off episode 15 tonight. Got some great topics at hand and a great dialogue per usual.
All right, man. We getting right into it, man. We starting off. We got a couple days ago. We gonna kick off. We're gonna talk about what happened a couple days ago. We're gonna talk about Met Gala. We're gonna get into Romero, shocking the world, and then we're gonna get in. But first things first, we gotta get into uh uh Rodney Hinton Jr. appearing in court. After a travesty of him losing his son and then him allegedly running over a police officer. We got some disturbing points of views from some of the footage in court, and we're gonna look over that together. But this is Rodney Hinton Jr. after pleading not guilty in court. So he pleads not guilty after he had his court appearance.
And this is what happened. Have a seat. Have a seat. Sir. Sit down.
That's crazy.
Mm.
The
Intense, man.
the
That was real intense right there.
the atmosphere had to be crazy.
That was real intense, man. Even just through looking at the video, you can feel the tension in the room. You know what I mean? Between the officers, the supporters of the officers, in between Rodney and the supporters of Rodney. You know what I mean? So I know that tension in there. You could probably feel it as soon as you walk in that building, for sure.
I'm I'm not surprised by the appearance, but what I am surprised at is why was there so many police officers inside the court where the guests are supposed to be sitting at?
Yeah.
Like why was
Again,
this
I think that's like the dynamic of it's a viral situation for for the most part. So people are updated on these court dates, and they're going to appear to the court. So they're going to need more police officers to make sure, everything is in control. And then not only that, the police officers are there to support, and as police officers have people there to support them. You have people there to support Rodney Hinton. So you got these two groups of people kind of clashing in that courtroom. Everybody's emotional about the situation. Like I said, it's a tragic situation, man. I just hope this can be a learning lesson, man.
does that look
But
like
man,
satisfaction? Because you see the people in there, you see the people in the courtroom. He looks back. Wow, I don't like that about the courtroom. I guess that's out of order when the defendant is looking back or looking away. I went through that with a family member in court. He was trying to look back, and the lawyer was like, "No, keep looking forward, keep looking forward." I guess that's disturbing the court. But when he looks back, you see the people. Um, it looks like maybe it's possibly family members, but Rodney looks and he peeps, he sees them, they look up. I see teeth, so they're, hey, what's up? And people waving, and then you see Rodney say, yeah, mm-hmm. Is it looks kind
yeah,
of strange.
you could kind of see the crowd kind of fuel him. like, you know, I got my people with me. Yeah, you know, eye for eye. You know what I mean? But everybody's emotional, man. It's an emotional situation going on. Everybody's all over the place. Um, like I said, man, hopefully this could be a learning lesson between both sides. Again, based on the footage, that officer shouldn't have killed his son, flat out. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And then on the opposite side, I don't think Rodney should have went and retaliated against an officer who had nothing to do with it. That could have been a decent cop that he killed. Now, like I said, I could understand if his retaliation was with the officer directly that killed his son. I would definitely understand that, and I probably would have minimal remorse for the situation because you killed this man's son without having to, without a threat being opposed to you.
We
But
having
for him
some
to go kill
technical
a, you know, a cop that had
difficulties.
nothing to do with it, that was just a
Okay.
you know, crazy situation. But like I said, let this be a learning lesson, man. You feel me, officers? If you feeling some type of way about black people, get your ass out of that motherfucking police precinct. Get you some fucking help. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
out of hand. It's ridiculous. And then on the flip side, you know what I mean? We gotta understand that anything that we do as black people, especially as a black man, when it comes to one, not all of them, but it's certain ones that already have a pre-conceived stereotype about you way before they pull you over, way before they even pull up on the scene about the call. You know, if it's a black male, they feel like it's a black male, they already kind of stereotyping you, you know, when they pull up on the scene. So don't give these motherfuckers a reason to harm you and put yourself in a situation like this. It's sad all around.
I don't know if this I don't it's kind of triggering me a little bit, I guess. Like having
What you mean?
the having like all of those police officers in the building, like, because look, first of all, because now they're pushing one of the guys that's in there. You can hear him scream, "That's my brother, that's my brother." One, this is a strange situation. Why is there so many police officers, and do they have jurisdiction? Are they on duty to work inside this courtroom so they can what is the point of those and that many police officers being in that courthouse? Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand this part. And now they're
Like I said,
pushing digging around like they have jurisdiction over that court space. Yeah, are they assigned to be there? Like, why is there so many people there? Why are there so many people behind them? Are they at work or are they just there
I mean, but like,
to
look at it like this though. These are officers. You know, they all go stick together at the end of the day. A fellow officer was killed, so I'm not surprised that it's a courtroom full of cops there. And on the opposite side too, right? In that room, we don't know. We can't hear. We can see him waving, but we can't hear what's being said. And we talking about emotional people in that room. You probably got motherfuckers talking about fuck the cops and you know what I mean. Y'all ain't shit, and they just standing right there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was some of that going on in that room.
yeah, that's just it looks strange to me. My thing is it's one thing that, okay, I want to be there. I want to be there for my family, or I want to be there for my fellow police officers. I mean, that's cool, but it's like it's not about what you want to do. It's not about if you wanted to be there. It's about the rules. It's about order. And this doesn't look orderly. It doesn't look orderly when you have so many police officers in court. Are these dudes on duty? Are they getting paid? Because at the end of the day, this is our money that's paying for these people, right? This is the people's money that's paying
Any
for these
update on what
departments.
happened to the any update on what happened to the actual cop that killed the son? Because
Did
because
we?
my thing is this,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you the reason why all this shit going on. It ain't even. I go so far as to say it's not even Rodney Hinton's fault. You know that officer got killed when he ran him over. Motherfucker, you was the one who went and killed, you know, a black man who did not pose a threat to you. And it's kind of like a domino effect. That led to Rodney Hinton retaliating and killing, you know, somebody, all because of your dumb ass wasn't able to properly assess the situation.
So it appears to be a situation like, you know how some kids do something bad and then you come in the room, it's 6 kids in the room and they broke the vase. And then you like, who did it? And nobody say anything. So you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna whoop all of y'all. So I know I got somebody. I mean, not literally the same thing, but I bring that up because the cop has not been publicly identified. So we don't know who the police officer is that actually killed Ryan Hinton. So that's
Like I
we're
said, they
dealing
all
with
stick
that.
together, so you know they're
Then.
gonna protect his identity.
And that's
But
and I just want I
it's
get
kind of
that, but
crazy
you
how
can't break the you can't I don't like the whole I just don't like the whole well, since we're the police, we get to bend the war since we because the police isn't that's not the judicial system. Like that's a different department. Like I get that they work with them, but you work with everybody. You work with civilians too. And I just don't like the fact that they get to just and maybe they were there just for support, but that don't mean you get to push people around. That don't mean you're security. That don't mean you got jurisdiction or you get to dictate anything that's going on in this court, dude. Everybody that stood up, the guests that was there, it was the guests that was there are just like the police officers that was there. Nobody got rights over anybody. I'm here just like you're here. One, two.
but like I said, you don't
Um,
know what's being said in that room. They're probably calling them all type of shit in that room.
yeah,
And you
I'm just
know,
saying.
and
I see
like you
people
said, they
getting
got
touched.
badges on, so you know
Yeah, but that still don't give you the right though, and that's where I'm
it
disturbed
doesn't.
by.
It doesn't.
Right, and it's like, nah, bro, we in here, we're all the same in here, bro. You don't nobody has rights over anybody, so don't come in here popping your
If they were
chest
smart,
like you got some kind of power because you don't.
if they were smart, they wouldn't even have all of them crammed up in that little ass room like that. Niggas probably musty, cops smelling like straight pig ass. Like, it's, yeah, it's tight as hell in that room. Look at it. There's emotions everywhere.
Like they touching him. Like why is he being touched?
Yeah, now the outburst goes on. Hinton is escorted out of the courtroom. They finally get things under control, and Hinton returns to the court for this hearing to hold him on no bond. It's a
And then y'all think you think he's about to abide by your rules. He's not. So stop worrying about if he's looking forward or not. He know he's going to jail for the rest of his life. Leave him alone. Like it's you're you're trying to establish order. I understand all of that. But that looking back thing is way past everything. Now this dude just killed the guy. You think he's about to listen to the judge? No, bro. He know his life is over with. Let that man do what he do, man. He just lost his son.
At
Is
the end of
how
the day,
y'all can
yeah,
break the rules? Let him bend the rules a little bit too.
that was premeditated, and he accepted that way before he even did it. Like he knew what it was, but yeah, they should have. Yeah, they should have handled that situation way better.
Man, but let's get on Romero and Ryan Garcia.
Man,
I
man,
wanna
man.
I wanna look at some
There's a
highlights. So who did
3-year
you
age gap in favor of Garcia.
Let's check it out.
There's a 1-inch height gap in favor of Garcia. They both weighed in at 146. There's a 2-inch reach gap in favor of Garcia.
Mm-hmm. This Madison Square Garden? Mm.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It was that first one. That second one put him on the ground.
Way to double up on that hook. And then Rolly was walking him down.
Stop at the bell.
Good hook by Ryan right there on the ropes. And now we move to
They outside.
Mm-mm.
between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero.
I think
Ryan Garcia needs to get his left hook going, Antonio.
one of these fighters need to show some separation. You feel me? Win a round decisively or something. These rounds are just too close, Jim.
Yeah, he was focused. Rodney was focused.
Is the difference in the fight.
Yeah, look at him. He locked.
Still a fight.
He locked
As
in, man.
Romero drives Garcia toward the corner with a series of body shots.
And that looks good from the judge's eye. You got a guy retreating and you land 2 or 3 shots. I think Ryan, one of these fighters is going to have to show some separation.
The trainer can't make the fighter throw more punches. The fighter's the only one who's in the ring, looking at the opponent, knowing what's coming back, feeling what's coming back.
That boy sound like an anime character. Bang, bang.
He been in that gym. He been in that gym for sure.
You're really good remembering Judah Baldemir and the stuff that went on there.
I'm about to fall asleep.
Who?
Didn't really
Me.
the resistance
I mean, it was a tactical fight. I mean,
like I say, we don't know the results of this fight.
but what I will say is this, man.
Damn, Ryan ain't do nothing, huh?
Yeah, Ryan just got that left hook, man.
Garcia on his back.
Judges Tony Bell.
Yeah, that really was about. Yeah, that was really about it. That knockdown plus plus him being out there taking his time got him that win for sure.
Rolando Romero.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah.
What? That man got pummeled.
See, Ryan's strongest punch is also his weakest punch. That left, if he catch somebody with that motherfucker, he gonna put him to sleep. But at the same time, by you keep relying on that left, you leaving yourself open to get dropped, which was how Rodney Romero was able to double up on that hook. Another thing about Rodney is Rodney don't back down from nobody. He get out there with anybody. He got out there with Tank, he got out there with Pitbull, and a few other guys, including Ryan Garcia. Now, what I will say about Rodney is this, though. All of those fights that he's fought, he's fighting beasts. He's fighting great fighters. It's sharpening him up, and it's making him a better fighter. And I think we've seen that in the ring with Ryan Garcia.
Do me a favor real quick. If you can close the pod and open it back in because it's glitching. I think it was a connection issue on my end. So I'm gonna keep the live stream going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep speaking to the people. But
am I cool? Can you hear me?
I can see you, but it's glitching visually and it's glitching audio wise. So just
I can hear you
close
perfectly,
it.
though. That's weird.
I know, and I don't know if it's on your end, but just close the pod, like close the window, just reset the window, whatever you can do. I think it happened. Sure. I think it's like a connection thing. I'm gonna keep talking about it, but when I seen the fight, I see Romero. Romero, he pretty much came with the same strategy. That was a pretty boring fight, though. You want to talk about? I thought it was gonna be something. I thought it was gonna be something. I ain't see nothing. But you looking clean right now. But let me get to yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if you heard my commentary on the fight.
No. I heard everything. It was just the audio was glitching out. But did Romero expose Ryan Garcia, or was it just a bad night for Ryan?
I definitely feel like Rodney exposed him, man. Because you got to think like this, right? Ryan Garcia's last fight was with, I believe it was Devin Haney. Okay? Now, first of all, when I seen that fight, Ryan Garcia looked significantly bigger than Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney, for the most part, he's always been a lean guy when he come out there and do his thing in that ring. I think Ryan Garcia came in at like 3 pounds heavier than Devin Haney. beat him bad, but come to find out, he also got tested positive for drugs. I forgot what the drug was. I think it was a steroid or whatever, but it was an enhancement drug, and they found that in his system. So by Rolly putting him down like that, I do think it exposed him. I think it showed that you know, maybe them steroids or them allegations was the reason why he was able to just perform like that. And then on top of that, he didn't make weight with Devin Haney. He went in this fight, made the weight with no drugs, and this is how you perform. I think, yeah, that definitely says a lot. You know what I mean? And then another thing, Rolly Romero looked good out there, man. He was strong. You could tell he been in that gym. Yeah, he was out there solid. He was out there solid.
Yeah, some people saying, some folks are saying Garcia's speed means nothing if he can't take a punch. Is that fair?
Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and yeah, Ryan made 20 minutes.
Speed is not only offense, it's also defense. So how quick you can duck a punch and stuff like that. You're not gonna duck every single punch, no matter how fast you is. One of them gonna land. You gotta be able to take it. You gotta be able to absorb that and keep your head up and be able to, you know what I mean, lock in on a fight and do what you gotta do to win. But by him not being able to take those punches, man, it does make him not a fighter that he could be if he was to work on that. And then shit, speaking of that nigga Rolly Romero neck was thick as fuck out there, bro. You know how Mike Tyson was doing the motherfucking neck, bro. Yeah, he been in that gym, bro. Yeah, like I think
Garcia made $20 million.
20 million off this fight.
Yeah,
and this wasn't even a $20 million
was the hype
performance. I'm gonna say this wasn't a $20 million performance. Yeah, they could have gave him a meal for that right there, man. A meal for the performance, because a lot of these boxers, they get out there and they just bullshit around for a check. You got guys, I know I'm gonna get my ass beat, but I'm about to get $20 million and just start a fight. And back in the day, I don't want to sound like cliche and shit, but back in the day, them fighters was proven they the best. And fuck the money. I'm trying to get out here and show I'm the best. That's why you probably not gonna have another Mike Tyson and a Muhammad Ali. Like those guys was fighting for the fight. These guys is more so on a, you know, I want to keep my record clean and I don't want to do this, that, and the third. And I just want to get a check, which is not. It's nothing wrong with getting a bag, but let's keep the culture. Let's keep the culture strong, man. The best fight the best, and y'all create a legacy, man.
They fought outside in Times Square. That's tough. I didn't know they was outside.
No, hold up. Is he walking? That was damn. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
what I thought it looked. That's what it looked like. Oh snap! They fought outside. He looked scared. He didn't look like he was ready for this. He didn't look animated at all.
Yeah, he was real animated against Devin Haney ass on social media. That's why you gotta always be humble, man. You never know when your time go come.
Man, that's wild. But okay, from a technical standpoint, what did Romero do right? Was it pressure, patience, power? What won him this fight?
All of that. It was pressure. It was power. He felt them punches. Even Tank Davis said he had some power in his hand. So it was a combination of all that. He applied the pressure. He knew what he was gonna come with, that left hook. He prepared for the left hook, and he executed when it was time to execute. Flat out, the performance was
did
there.
Garcia have a real game plan going in, or was he just swinging, hoping to catch lightning?
I think his game plan is the same as his game plan for every other fight. Left hook. Throw a jab, try to sneak in the left hook.
Where does Garcia go from here?
And
like he got
Garcia's
a young fan base. How many more losses before it's hard for him to sell?
He flat-footed as hell. He's flat-footed, man. But you were saying
what's next for Garcia? Rebuild? What's next for Garcia? Does he rebuild, retire?
Man, he got to fight. He got to rely on raw power, raw strength, and raw dedication to the craft and not drugs. If he want to be able to get back to, that fighter he once was. Social media fucking him up. I feel like it's fucking everybody up. But all of these Twitter fingers, you could be in the gym using those fingers and those hands to punch that damn bag and do what you got to do to lock in on these fights. But I think this loss by Rolly Romero gave Devin Haney confidence for this rematch against Ryan Garcia.
Let's flip it. Romero did his job. Is he now the man to beat at 140, or does he need to take a shot at Haney or Tank to really
I'm not
prove
gonna say all that. We ain't gonna say all that. He did a phenomenal job against Ryan Garcia, but I don't think that automatically puts him up. Although he did get a champion, I think he got the belt for this fight. But even still, I think he still got a lot to prove. Before he can get that, top contender at his weight class. Because you got other guys. You got Steven Shakur. It's guys like Ghost that Tank have fought. It's some great guys that's in that 140, 147, weight class that's still top contenders that he gotta beat. But all of these guys been running away from each other. I'm glad. The best is fighting the best, and yeah, for sure. And shit is getting exposed as well.
All right. So look, we're gonna do some hot takes real quick. So I need your take, lightning round style. 1-word answers if you can. You ready?
Repeat that again.
We're gonna do 1-word answers. This is gonna be a lightning round. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Was this Garcia's worst fight?
No, this wasn't Garcia's first fight.
No, was this Garcia's worst fight?
To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of his fights, but the ones that I've witnessed.
1-word answers.
1 word, damn. Yes, for sure. Yes. I forgot the damn game. Go ahead. I'm locked in.
Can Romero beat Haney?
Possibly.
Fight of the year so far?
No.
Who's the new face of boxing?
Roach.
All right. Hey, that's good closing round. So, man, this was good.
What I mean by Roach, though,
But
before y'all hop on my ass, because we know Tank is the face, but I think by Roach beating the face of boxing, I think that does put him like, if not the faces, he damn near side by side. Like, you feel me? But yeah.
Go into that.
To that statement.
Yeah.
I just think by him being an underdog fighting Tank, and he was able to perform the way he did against the face of boxing, it just put you like right there, not next to him, but like niggas can see your head peeking over the fence. But this rematch will determine Tank and Lamont Roach got a rematch coming up, so we gonna see who's the face of boxing. I think that would, because Tank beating everybody. Tank beat Rolly. He knocked out Rolly. He knocked out Garcia. He knocked out Ghost, which was an undefeated fighter before him. He beat Pitbull with a broke hand. So like, he top dog, bro. If you tie with him, bro, it says a lot about you. The last guy to really get close was Pitbull. You know what I mean? But Lamont Roach actually got that tie against him. And I think, like I said, that could, if he beat him in that second fight, in which I don't even feel like Tank fought his fight, though. Maybe he did. It's speculation that he did, but I don't think he fought his fight. I think they was friends. I think they, which is cool. He wanted to put a bag in his boy pocket. I understand that. And I don't think he really wanted to go in with that aggression that he usually do. I think he did held back, But on the flip side, Lamont Roach held his own. You know, I did think Tank tried to turn up a little bit towards like, you know, the last few rounds, but Roach was locked in, and then you could tell Roach had a lot of confidence after that. After that fight in the conference.
Okay, bet. Let's do some quick takes real fast. If you can break this down to one word, that's smooth too. I'm gonna go as soon as I answer the question, go right at me. Is Tank Davis the most feared man in boxing right now?
Yes.
Is Ryan Garcia finished as a serious contender?
No.
Should Shakur Stevenson be considered pound for pound number one?
No.
Was Rolly Romero win over Garcia a fluke or a statement?
Statement.
Will Devin Haney stay undefeated through 2025?
Possibly. The way he just ran in that last, I
Does
don't.
Teofimo Lopez have more? Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna. This Devin Haney's last fight, it was just boring as hell. I think, man, shit like that, like
Okay.
a fighter get
yeah.
a fighter get out there, because I wanted to stay on topic of what you was doing with the one word, but the fighters out there, like Devin Haney, he took a beating from Ryan Garcia, who was on drugs, and in this next fight, he not fighting like he usually fight. Like, I remember that last fight I had when I had lost, so I'm about to just play it safe and, you know, throw two punches around. Like, all of that trying to preserve my record and keep it clean. Only motherfucker that could do that and make it look good was Floyd Mayweather. Y'all can't do it like Floyd. Y'all running. Floyd Mayweather knew how to still make the fight entertaining with a masterclass defense and make it to 50-0. Y'all making it to 50. It don't count. You ain't gonna make. If you gotta run the whole fight to make an undefeated record, it's not qualified. You gotta do it like Floyd. Stand there, get in there. You feel me? Duck, dodge. You feel me? Know how to adjust to those situations round after round. Like, but we can get back on with the one word though.
Does Teofimo Lopez have one more great fight in him?
Yes.
Is Lamont Roach being avoided?
No.
Should Tank versus Shakur happen this year?
Yes.
Is Jake Paul good or bad for boxing?
Good.
By 2030, this is the final question. By 2030, will boxing still be a top 5 sport in America?
Without a yes. Without a doubt.
Okay. That's the round. Hey, y'all listen. Y'all are hearing BJ, right? Hey, drop your hot takes in the comments. You feel me? It's the house. This the House of War. You know what I'm saying? Where the truth fights louder than the fist. So, hey, if y'all feeling what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Telling about himself. You agree or disagree? We'd like to put some comments below. But man, let's close the show out, man. This was a good episode. We got into that, but we got one more thing to talk about. We gotta talk about the Met Gala, man. So Met Gala happened last night. Let's look at some of these outfits. I heard they was looking cool. I heard your boy Andre 3 Stacks was on there looking
who that
smooth
right
too.
there?
I think that's is that Kim Kardashian? So okay, who that right there?
Yeah. I couldn't really see the full outfit, but yeah, look like she had that shit on. Even though some of this shit be like a little weird, certain styles can pull it off. Okay, I fuck with that. That's Janae Eco, ain't it?
No, you talking about Zendaya?
No, with the hat on, that had that hat on. Oh yeah, she
They
gorgeous.
names on the bottom left-hand corner. Zendaya.
Okay.
Diana Ross.
Okay. Diana Ross had that
How's
shit
that
on.
fashion? Where you supposed to go with this?
It's art.
Demi Moore.
Okay, see. Now,
bro, dressed as a
hold
piano.
on. Let's take a minute to admire this. So was that a?
Bro, it ain't Halloween.
Hold on, but let's peep the drip though. Let's not only peep the drip. Let's peep the message, right? He got the piano on his back as a book bag. He's saying, I've been carrying a music game on my back. You feel me? Since I got into this shit. I got y'all on my motherfucking back. And then peep that. What's that in his hand? Is that a trash bag? He's saying these rappers is trash. Not even just this rapper. All of this industry shit is trash. You feel me? So the trash represents the bag. Like I got the bag. But if you really see the symbolism in that and the message in that, man, that shit speak volumes, man. I fuck with it. I think that's probably one of my favorite fits right there.
More important to find yourself. Sometimes you start emulating, but then you find yourself in it. So that's most important to me, to find yourself in it.
I didn't really hear quite what he said, but it sounded like it was very intuitive.
He said, find yourself in it.
Okay, see, shit like that, I ain't fucking with it. Like, you know, ASAP will always have his style and shit like that, though. He one of the few ones that can pull it off because he came in the game like that.
They done turned that boy to a diva.
Okay, that looked like a normal little fit.
You know, you got to be modest.
They looking like lawyers and shit. Simone Biles, okay.
Simone Biles. They done cut her husband off.
The husband.
Tiana Single Taylor, okay.
Tiana Taylor had that shit on. The do-rag, though. I don't know about the Dewey.
Yeah, she got the Dewey on. That's different, okay.
It just slayed, though. Dwayne Wade.
Who dresses that, hers or his?
Dwayne Wade got the dress on or the... Which one is
like, what's going on? I was like, that's falling off him. Hold on. Is that him or her? Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
K-Dub.
Okay, yeah, I fuck with that. That's like some pimp shit, yeah. That's some...
Gross. Cardi B and Halle Berry.
Okay, I fuck with that. I can't really see, like, details, but... Okay.
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Like
that guy, Schwarzenegger's son.
That nigga looking like Cool Love from Mark. All he need is the hat.
Serena.
Okay.
Girls go to Venus to be a genius, huh?
She went from crip walking to Met Gala stepping. Okay. Ooh, Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats. Okay. I don't know. Swiss Beats, I think I need to be right there with Alicia Keys. I mean, I think I would have put that shit on a little better. Who that? Nick Jonas?
Turn my boy up. Will Chamberlain had a daughter?
Oh, man.
She came chilling. She came to church.
They came magicians and shit, about to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, my boy still for the people. It's ironic. You paused it on his face and it was pale as hell. Okay, Lapita.
Laura's still outside? No, you ain't do the mold. You ain't do the pose, right?
Okay, yeah, she look put together for sure. Lala. Well, I ain't seen Lala in a minute.
Lala, whole Barbie doll now.
Okay, Lala.
Now the man wearing dresses. Okay.
Yeah,
dress suit. Okay. For real, shorter than his girl. That is not surprising.
Hey, don't sleep on the short kings, man. Because I'm a short king.
No, it ain't about being short. It's about your girl being taller.
What's wrong with that?
Okay,
that's a whole other conversation for another podcast, though. We can get into
that. She gonna beat your ass. That's what's wrong with it.
Me fucked up. I'm still a man at the end of the day. Regina King, damn.
Okay, Regina.
All right, Regina.
What's her name? Effa Twigs.
Twigs, something. Angela Bassett.
Jalen Hurts. Kiki Palmer.
I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, salute to Lizzo. She dropped a
Lizzo
lot
not
of
fat
weight.
no more.
Yeah, that's Lizzo. That's Lizzo. She dropped a
Okay,
lot
little
of weight.
lipo.
Yeah, her ass can get it. After all that damn weight. Who that, Laura? Okay.
Okay. Jenny from the block.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Nick Jonas, man. Shout out to the Jonas Brothers, man.
Man, shout
Oh
out to
yeah,
the
but
Jonas
man, let's
Brothers for
close this
sure.
out, man. Hey, episode number 15, man. I'm glad y'all was here to rock with us. If you watching right now, just want to say we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and share the video, man. We want to get this out to the world. It's a house of war. BJ, close it out for me.
Definitely great podcast, episode 15. I had a blast with y'all. As always, man, we look forward to bringing this content to y'all, talking about these various topics. And as a matter of fact, if anybody got any topics that they would like for us to dialogue about, feel free to drop that in the comments, man. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next episode.